Let's talk about this in detail because it is the ladai over the Hindi language that is back in the state of Karnataka, where ahead of the Hindi Diwas event, former Chief Minister of the state H.D. Kumaraswamy has now written a letter to Chief Minister Bommai against the celebration of the union government-sponsored event in the state. Now, the JDS Legislative Party leader has said that celebrating Hindi Diwas in the state would be a supreme insult to the Kannadigas. He has urged the Chief Minister not to use the taxpayers' money for the event, and if it is being celebrated, Kumaraswamy has stated that it holds no meaning for those people whose mother tongue is not Hindi.
Hindi is just another language. It is not a national language. We Kannadigas, 6.4 crore Kannadigas, are very proud of our culture, our language, our tradition, our customs. And the national government, the central government trying and imposing Hindi on us is totally uncalled for. 14th September, Hindi Diwas, which they want to celebrate here in Karnataka, I don't think Kannadigas would definitely like it. We from JDS, Kumaraswamy had clearly said, the language of our heart, of our culture, of our identity is Kannada. 6.4 crore people here in Karnataka identify with Kannada language. Imposing Hindi is absolutely totally uncalled for. We respect every language, but imposition of any language would absolutely be having devastating effects on the federal system.
Going across to Deepak now. Deepak, good morning. What the former Chief Minister has been saying that in such a land where diversity is celebrated, celebrating one particular language is injustice to the community.
Yes, and we'll have to see what sort of a political turn this will take, because we've seen in the past as well, opposition coming in from the JDS and also from the Karnataka Congress to the Hindi Diwas and, the overall concept of it and it being promoted in Karnataka. Now, especially with this year elections around the corner, it's going to be a tricky situation as to how the Karnataka BJP deals with this, because we've had some pro-Kannada activists as well in the past opposed to, celebration of this sort. Now with, H.D. Kumaraswamy and, several other JDS leaders coming out and saying that the people of the state are not going to appreciate, celebrating a Hindi Diwas in Karnataka. Whether, any sort of impetus will be given for the day here by, the current regime, that's going to be an interesting situation to note.
Right, but there were also large-scale social media outrage that has also been seen there, especially when it comes to what they call as the imposition of Hindi language.
Yes, absolutely. And as far as imposition is concerned, this is something that several citizens, especially, in Karnataka, in places like Tamil Nadu, they've been quite vocal about. And as far as, the celebration of a particular day for a particular language is concerned, this is something that especially netizens, have opposed to in the past as well, especially from, southern India, where they've said that, giving prominence to just one particular language is almost stepping on other languages. Giving prominence to Hindi would mean imposition. And this is something that they've objected to.
So it is just a day before where this event that is to be held remains to be seen, the reaction that comes in from the government side on this. Thank you very much for the moment, Deepak, for joining in.